Mason Goes Mushrooming by Melanie Kahn, illustrated by Ellen Korbonski. Dedication. For my parents, Emily and Wolf, whose love of foraging was contagious, and to my husband and children, who happily caught the bug. To my family for their encouragement, and for the spirits of Stark Farm, where it all began. Ellen Korbonski. Spring. Mason peers out of the window. They're here! Teeny pink apple blossoms. Buddy, the trees are waking up. I wonder if... The morels are out. Let's go mushrooming. Mason hunts for morels under the apple trees, searching for their golden cones with the honeycomb texture. He scuffs aside yellow dandelions and lifts fallen branches. Tree after tree, row after row, no mushrooms. This is hopeless, he mutters. There's one. Nope, it's a shriveled apple from last fall. Mason's stomach grumbles and a blister is starting on his heel. Buddy is absolutely no help. He's too busy chasing chipmunks. Maybe the soil is still too cold for morels. Mason turns back, empty-handed. Surprise! Under a toppled tree, a golden cone pokes up from a clump of purple mint. Mason dives down and spies dozens of morels. Yes! When his basket is full, he sprints right home, eager to show his family. Mushrooms, says his sister Allie. Mason cuts them in half to check that they are hollow inside. Morels, he explains, smiling. Someday I'll show you where to find them. His mom fires up the pan and cooks a fluffy mushroom omelet. Allie tastes her first morel. She reaches for another bite. Morel omelet recipe. Early summer. Mason loves the 4th of July parade in his tiny town in Vermont. When the moon rises, he watches fireworks burst in the sky. They remind him of the thunderstorms that will soon rumble by and soak the forest, watering the thirsty mushrooms. Then Mason will begin to hunt for chanterelles. One morning after a downpour, Buddy paws at the door. Mason gets the hint. Race ya, he shouts, taking off. Buddy bolts out into the boggy woods and disappears. Buddy, come back. Buddy is gone. Where are you? Mason calls, bounding into the ferns after him. Through the wind in his ears, he hears a distant bark. Buddy has chased a very fast squirrel into a perfect circle of bright yellow mushrooms. Chanterelles! Mason knew that they could grow in the shape of a fairy ring, but he has never seen the pattern so clearly. Oops! Mason forgot his basket. Good thing he wore a bucket hat. As he picks, Mason inspects the underside of each chanterelle for deep ridges that run down into smooth stems. He loves their sweet smell, like apricot jam. At home, noodles are on the menu, garlicky and loaded with nutty-tasting chanterelles. Buddy gets an extra biscuit for finding the patch. Pasta with chanterelles recipe. Late summer. In August, when the days are long and the sun is hot, Mason forages for lobster mushrooms. They're named for their bold red color, but are hard to find since they grow under leaves in the forest, just like lobsters tuck under rocks on the ocean floor. The afternoon sky is cloudy and dark, but Mason is eager to check on his secret mushroom spot. He named it Lobsterville because it looks like a town of bright red houses under the hemlock trees. Buddy, get the umbrella. Mason spies the freckled patch just as the first fat raindrop plunks on his cheek. He gets to work checking each mushroom carefully because crawling creatures find them tasty too. Hello, little slug. Kaboom! A mighty clap of thunder explodes overhead. Buddy is terrified of storms. He whimpers, shivering beside Mason. I've got enough, Mason shouts. Be brave, we'll run. At home, the lobsters look like they've been hauled from the ocean, draped in seaweed. It's just dirt, Mason's mom says. It's a lot of dirt. Wash, rinse, slice, repeat. His dad sprinkles on sea salt and fries them in butter. Mason can taste a hint of the ocean in each bite. Lobster sauté recipe. Many mushrooms sprout just as the leaves turn red, orange, and yellow, and the apple blossoms turn into fruit. The black trumpet mushroom is the trickiest of all to find. It blends in with the fallen leaves and becomes invisible. But Mason learned to follow deer tracks to black trumpets, since deer like to snack on them too. "Let's go tracking," Mason calls one autumn morning. He grabs his trusty basket. Buddy leaps in circles. Buddy sets off with his head down and nose twitching. They follow hoofprints to a clearing and spy a herd of deer who prance off in a flash, white tails leaping. Mason combs their grazing area. Aha! There's the first black trumpet under a curled beech leaf. Mason gathers a heap, but leaves plenty for the deer. On the way home, they rest under a great oak tree. Mason tilts a trumpet to his ear like it's a seashell and listens for the ocean. Sure enough, he thinks he hears a faint echo of waves. He lifts it to his nose to smell the earthy scent. Mason nudges Buddy out of his catnap. "Let's head home, sleepyhead." Mason and his dad get busy cleaning the pile of mushrooms. "Dad, the deer were so close, I could see their whiskers." His dad gently tears open the delicate trumpets. "These are real beauties," he admires. Mason sprinkles black trumpets across baking pans. In the oven, they get crispy like fallen leaves. He and his dad graze on the warm chips, imagining how they would feel on the whiskers of a deer. Crispy black trumpet chips recipe. Mason can hear winter stirring in the windy orchard as he snuggles into bed. Buddy yawns on the rug below. Mason drifts into dreams of apple blossoms, of fairy rings, of baskets overflowing. Deep in the earth, the mushrooms rest too, waiting for spring. Mushroom identification page. For future foragers. When I was growing up, my parents took me on fantastic treasure hunts for delicious wild mushrooms. They taught me which mushrooms we could safely eat and which ones were inedible and could lead to a stomachache or might even be poisonous. "When in doubt, throw it out," my mom would say, and always check with us. So I did. My children also love to forage in the woods. Some weekends we walk with a mushroom club, and the experienced mycologists, people who study mushrooms, double-check every mushroom we find. We've even learned how to identify mushrooms through spore prints by placing mushroom caps on paper overnight. The seed-like spores that drop make a colorful design that helps identify the mushrooms. Mushroom hunting is a wonderful way to connect to nature. You can pick mushrooms to examine, smell, touch, or make spore art. If you wish to eat any mushrooms you find, please be sure to confirm them with an experienced adult forager. And remember, when in doubt, throw it out. Happy hunting!